As Alan said, that's the topic for today. 5 winning strategies, not 10, not 25, just five. Because if the new normal, there's nothing called the new normal. It's a normal right now. So let's understand what our clients are expecting, what the competition is doing. And so my brief today is to engage, educate, and empower. Not just you. So you can go ahead and engage, educate, and empower your clients. But let's get empowered ourselves. And so here we go. 5 winning strategies to help advisors rise and shine, not just thrive, rise and shine in the new normal. Well, a little about me. My name is Murali Murthy, like Alan mentioned. I'm a branding coach, I'm a business coach, a business branding coach. Well, that's my website, aceworldfoundation.com. Even in the pre-COVID time, pre-pandemic times, defining your edge, building your brand, unleashing your wow was paramount. We have always tried to stand out from the pack, rise above the crowd. Well, it's very imperative right now with what's happening. That's a little bit about me. I'm a book author. Those are my Amazon bestsellers. These are some of my clients in the past, and they continue to be my clients. Well, if you traveled around the world, this is just one newspaper cutting from Dubai, and those are all entrepreneurs and financial advisors and realtors. Well, these days we do most of our presentations through Zoom, again worldwide, Africa, US, and everywhere. Well, that's a book that's coming out very soon. That's again on branding, very important that all of us understand. But today it's about you. My friend, let's take 5 seconds to read this quote before we move ahead because it might come up in our conversations, in our discussions. The illiterate of the 21st century will not be those who cannot read and write. It's not me, it's not you, but those who cannot learn new things, unlearn old things, and relearn. And that's a beautiful quote by Alvin Toffler. So let's make it the agenda to learn, unlearn, and relearn. Right? Very important. Sometimes we resist change, but change is important. I read somewhere, don't be scared of change. Be scared of staying the same. Right? And in the last 1 year, things have changed so much. So what do I mean by that? This used to be the old normal. Alan, you may remember, we would go into people's homes, the intimacy that was built in dining rooms and on the living rooms with people, the coffee, the smell of the coffee and the handshakes and the hugs sometimes, that the old normal. Here is a quote by Kip Keener at Salem Investment Counselors. When you're welcomed into a client's home and they're feeding a toddler, it creates a new level of intimacy. Well, guess what? They are still feeding a toddler. You're still serving them. The dynamics have changed. You're not in their home anymore. If that was the old normal, this is the new normal. That's your client. They still have the child and they're feeding the child. Nothing's changed. But you are doing a presentation. You are creating the offer and the opportunity on a video call, on a webinar like this one, maybe Skype, maybe go to meetings or Zoom, whatever. Well, that's the new normal. This is the new normal, my friend. High tech meets high touch. Can you and I continue to evolve and build relationships on Zoom, on social media? That could be you, that could be a client. Think about it. Well, having said that, what is your X factor? If everyone is doing the same, if everyone has transitioned to the Zoom era, what is your X factor? Your X factor better be this. Your X factor has to go into niche marketing, niche positioning. You've got to differentiate yourself. You're still on Zoom. You're still doing video conferences. You're still on Skype. Maybe you're logging in through your phone. Well, that could be any of us out there, right? According to a recent survey, this is an article in Forbes magazine. You can read the whole article. I just took out the nugget. According to a recent survey, 85% of financial advisors use social media for business. That's a huge number. 80 of them have gained new clients. 85% said social media shortens the selling cycle because half the research the client is anyway doing. Not only about your product or service, not only about your product or service, but often even about you. In other words, the client knows everything about you before you step into their home. Or let me correct, before you switch on the Zoom meeting. They have looked you up on Google, they have seen your Facebook post, they already have an opinion about you. For these advisors, social media is no longer an option. It's no longer a, I know, nice thing to say. Facebook is not my cup of tea or whatever. Social media is a proven tool to gain new business clients and build closer relationship. Well, Forbes is saying that good credibility, and that is our new world today, where high tech meets high touch. We're all over. Are you on YouTube? Are you on LinkedIn? Are you blogging? Did you tweet? Well, that's our word. Here is a tip by me. Same Forbes magazine. All I would tell you is how to become a thought leader. And as we progress along, I will tell you how to become a thought leader. Why it's very easy. A new term being introduced these days is called industry thought leader. Who is an industry thought leader? A thought leader is an individual or a firm that is recognized as an authority in a specialized field whose expertise is sought and rewarded. You would rather be the authority in your field or rather be perceived as an authority. All right. Coffee has been around for 600 years, thousands of years. But then comes along Starbucks and it is perceived as an authority. The coffee room chat, the corner shop chat has been around for centuries. Man has always been a social animal. We have always learned to get together and communicate. But then Facebook comes along and does the same thing and changes the game, and it is perceived as an authority. And that's what I meant. WhatsApp, Instagram. This is what we have been doing for ages. Ever since we were cavemen, we like to huddle and group in groups and chat. But to be perceived as an authority in your field is a different thing. It's the same thing. You're perceived as an authority. And so that's called a thought leader. So before we begin, guys, we're going to talk about 5 things today. One thing I would recommend, okay, a disclaimer. Take a supermarket approach. Just because I put 5 things on the table, I never said you have to take all 5. Pick one, two, three, four, or 5. You can take whatever you want. You can reject, you can leave behind what you don't want, accept what you want. If you are going to understand social media and play the social media game, step number one, identify the right platform. Maybe LinkedIn is for you. Maybe you deal with a lot of baby boomers. Facebook is for you. Maybe you deal with people who are under 30. Instagram is for you. And that's what I mean. Maybe you love posting videos. YouTube is for you. Pick the right channel. This is something that I want you guys to focus on. Social media platform that financial advisors should be on. Recommended, highly recommended. YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn. Just that's the 5 I'm going to talk about today. Each of them is a different beast. At every level, there is a devil to conquer. Remember that. At every level, there is a devil to conquer. Each of them needs a different strategy. All right. So here we go. We're going to talk about all 5 today. Let's start with LinkedIn. Undoubtedly, LinkedIn is the platform for professionals. Almost all of your clients are on LinkedIn. Almost all of your competition is on LinkedIn. You may be on LinkedIn, but getting into LinkedIn is like joining a gym, means nothing. It's what you do in the gym. So getting into LinkedIn is a good start. You need to optimize. You need to learn to use keywords, maximize your potential there. You may be sitting on gold, but you need to know how to play the game. So LinkedIn best practices. How do you build your brand on LinkedIn? Here is a beautiful quote by HubSpot. Look at Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn beats them by a huge margin. LinkedIn beats any platform by a huge margin as of now. Well, tomorrow what may happen, I don't know. As of now, LinkedIn is leading by far. You will find most of your clients on LinkedIn. You will build relationships on LinkedIn. And it's very important to understand how to play the LinkedIn game. To start with, this goes without saying, but I believe you have a picture like this. These are pictures of financial advisors. We still judge a book by its cover. We are told all the time, we still judge a book by its cover. Why am I saying this? I have seen advisors make a silly mistake of posting a LinkedIn picture with a crowd in the background. Not a good idea. Clean, neat background, preferably a smile on your face, looking at the camera. Small basics, guys. Take 2 seconds to read this. In a series of experiments, psychologists Janin Wills and Alexander Todorov found it only takes 100 milliseconds, that less than 2 seconds. Less than 2 seconds, people form an impression about you by just looking at their face. People have already made an impression about you. In the earlier times, I ring the doorbell, they open the door, they made an impression. Right now, they look at me on LinkedIn or Facebook or Instagram, they made an impression. So that's very important, a picture. Second thing, LinkedIn has something called a LinkedIn headline. So does Facebook, so does Instagram. It should evoke interest. Your headline is a tripwire, guys. I got to see an end to go. It should trigger a response and it must open the gate for me to go in. It's a trailer to a movie called You. You are the director, actor, producer, everything for the movie called You. Your marketing flies, your poster better be good. All right. I never want anyone to read my LinkedIn headline and say, so what? And I'll give you examples. All right. Never have someone say, so what, when you introduce yourself. It could be an elevator pitch. No one should ever say, so what. All right. And let's see examples. You always want to lead with a headline. People don't care what you do, they only care how you can help them. Please remember that. I frequently see a headline like this: financial advisor or financial advisor at so and so corporation. Good, but what's in it for me? You see what I'm saying? Well, I didn't say it, clients are saying it. Your customers may be saying you're a financial advisor at so and so, but then I come across hundreds of such headlines. It says nothing about you. It says nothing about the service you offer. My LinkedIn headline says Murali Murthy, author, speaker, transformational coach. And if I stop there, my customers and clients would say, you're an author, so what? You're a best selling author, so what? You're a coach, so what? What's in it for me? Until I address the what's in it for you, I'm not going forward. And a lot of people make the mistake. And so I say author, speaker, coach, building organization, building people. But I believe you never build a business. You build the people, they build the business. I build the man, he built the business. I build the girl, she built the business. I build the couple, they build the business. And so I believe in that philosophy, building people, building organizations. And that is my introduction. All right. Love to use words like building, transforming, connecting, delivering, helping, enabling. All right. So let's go to a preferred headline. Craft a headline, focus on keywords, and show how you can help your target market. Focus on your services. Why would you just stop at financial advisor or financial advisor at ABC Corporation, XYZ Financial? Why wouldn't you say financial advisor at XYZ Financial, providing specialized advice to accredited investors, providing specialized keywords? Oh, really, you do? It also helps in the Google search. Trust me, search engine optimization. You just dropped in a keyword. Well, it didn't help, right? It's called adding value. Certified financial planner. Don't stop there. Certified financial planner helping high net worth investors manage their money better. When the trailer is good, we go into watch the movie. In your case, your headline is the trailer. You want to lead with a headline. Thank you. What do you do after you lead with a headline? You share rich content, become a subject matter expert, thought leadership. You don't have to be Shakespeare, but you can write a blog about what's on your mind. The three ways to do it right. Right? An article, a podcast. If you love videos, go for it. LinkedIn allows you. Even on the homepage, it says share a post, share a video. Would you like to add an article to that? And so on and so forth. On your summary page, under your headline, your name, it says about. Would it be blank? Would it be talking in third person? Not a good idea. Talk in first person. The power of the word you. Let me tell you, in research, they found out any communication that was in first person that used words like you and your had 57% more eyeballs, more conversions. Never speak in third person, speak in first person. Well, these could be blogs. 5 proven strategies to plan for retirement. Maybe you always had it, just pen it down. A 250 word to 300 word article is recommended. It captures the keyword and suddenly your LinkedIn profile looks good and rich it gets shared, it gets distributed around the world. Your market today is without borders. There are no walls. It can go anywhere. Seven pitfalls to avoid while making big investments. Look, with a headline, you're coming in as an authority. So easy. So lead with a headline, clean up your profile, share rich content. What do you do after you share rich content? Here is something. A strong LinkedIn profile. Oh, by the way, one more disclaimer. Any image that I'm sharing with here is something I found on Google, is something I've found while working with other advisor clients of mine. I am not a designer, neither do I hire a designer and get uh, images designed, which means what? If this information is out there on LinkedIn, well, someone is talking about it. I have used this message with my other clients as well. So let's read this. A strong LinkedIn profile helps prospects find you and understand what sets you apart from other financial advisors. What a beautiful thought. It sets you apart. A strong LinkedIn profile. Lead with headline, build your profile, share rich content, promote rich content. Don't do it once. Promote and repurpose. You can always repurpose evergreen content all the time. Let's go back to this. Five proven strategies to plan for retirement. Works very good this year, works very good next year, works very good 6 months from now. So repurpose content to as many people as you want. Social media, particularly LinkedIn, it's as easy to reach 100 or 1 million. It's all in your mind. It's one click. All right. This helps you build VCA. I have this acronym VCA: visibility, credibility, authority. Visibility, credibility, acceptability. VCP: visibility, credibility, profitability. Be visible, build credibility with what you're doing, and be an authority. So easy. If you have a LinkedIn profile, what are you waiting for? Just go right into it. That was easy, wasn't it? Point number two, Instagram best practices. Well, how is Instagram different? If you are the mobile generation, if your clients are under 30, it's highly recommended. I'm not saying ditch LinkedIn. You can do all five, like I said. You can be posting a blog on LinkedIn. You can also do a Instagram, update. Please look at this image. Once again, I didn't create it. This is from research. 90% of information transmitted to the brain is visual. Visuals are processed. We process visuals 60,000 times faster than text. No wonder they say a picture is worth 1,000 words. Literally, you can read 1,000 words or you can see a picture. It's that important. Why would you waste time speaking when you can just post an image? Have you thought about it? Why would I spend time writing something when I can just share an image? Even this very image, I could have written it, but I just shared it with you. So please remember this. And so Instagram is a perfect platform to attract someone, engage someone through visual. Create a professional bio. You pretty much use the same one you use on LinkedIn. Have a consistent brand across. Don't be someone else on Instagram. Let people find the same you everywhere. All right. Great profile picture, the same one you use on LinkedIn. Remember hashtags. Hashtag leadership, hashtag team building, hashtag lean into retirement, whatever. Okay. Create content strategy. It's very important. You want to curate and then you can turn your followers into fans. Here's an example. This is what I would do. I would engage my audience through just one image. Let them think about it. I'm done with sharing cat videos and dog videos, and that's what people are doing on Facebook and Instagram all the time. Okay, or look at the dish I made, look at the pizza or the pasta I made. We cannot even taste the pasta, but when people say, look at the pasta I made, I see 56 likes and 20 comments. Come on, you can't even smell it, you can't even taste it. I'd rather not be unproductive and waste my time, but this gets them engaged. What does it take to blow $10,000 a year? Just 27.40 a day in unnecessary spending. Let that sink in. Want to change your finances? Give me a call today. And that is how you create a fan following. You establish an authority, engage them, educate them. One more image, the power of compound interest. Your competition might now maybe doing it. I see a lot of problem with social media, anyone, Instagram, but people don't respond. Are you engaging people? Because you are just saying, look at the award I won, look at this one I won. Nothing wrong with that, but engage them, educate them. That the power of compound interest. If Jack started saving money from the age of 20 or 40, he will put together 2 million plus. If Finn started saving from 40 or 60, and all Finn will do is put together 400,000 plus. Wow, the power of compound effect, the power of compound interest that has been established through an image. You can educate, you can engage, or you can empower. Well, put together 3 steps to do this. 7 rules you cannot break in financial steps. You see what I'm saying? Educate, engage, empower yourself and your clients. I've said this before, a message without emotion will have no emotion. You don't want to be like the BMW. It's a great car, but this one seems to be stuck on the side of the highway. Have emotion. Each of these has an emotion. Look at that. You're engaging, you're educating, you're empowering, but that's the emotion based message. Point number three, Facebook. Facebook has been around for a long time. In fact, group chats, like I said, the corner coffee shop chat has been around for centuries. Facebook comes and revolutionizes it. Well, Facebook best practices for financial advisors. What can you do on Facebook? But before we begin, take 2 seconds to read this step. Okay, 64% of people that are on Facebook are baby boomers, people in the 50 to 64 age. Facebook is the most popular platform for baby boomers. Are you capitalizing on that, my friend? Facebook is very essential if you want to reach that target. If you want to talk about retirement, now is the best time to get on Facebook. If you specialize in people who are looking towards retirement, most probably they are on Facebook. This is a statistic you want to keep in mind and not ignore. You always have to stimulate the senses. You and I don't have the luxury of being in front of someone. I don't have the luxury of being face to face with someone and having a conversation. I can simulate someone with my body language, with my, if I was Tony Robbins or Arnold Schwarzenegger, I could just impress someone with my huge frame. But all you and I have is a 2 by 4. I don't know if you and I can enter into people's homes soon, but on a 2 by 4 screen, how much can you engage? What if your client is watching at you through their smartphone? You got to stimulate the senses. Okay. Let's go back to thought leadership. Facebook is a great platform for being a thought leader. You wow them with content, you promote your brand, you're also promoting your firm's brand. Okay, makes sense. You're building a brand for a firm as well. No one ever said you only have to talk about finances, retirement, savings, investment. Why? Why can't you lead them into your life? Humanize your brand. If you want to write it down, humanize your brand, personalize your brand, give it the personal touch. All the more important because you are on a video call right now. So give them a glimpse into your life. Maybe you have a cat in the background, bring it on. Maybe you got kids, maybe you got a family, maybe you got a spouse, bring him or her on. Show them you're real, you're human, you're authentic. Be always sharing a timely market update. Never delay. Educate them with infographics. Infographics is a great way to go into someone. A baby boomer loves infographics. A Gen Y who only wants a quick snap information. Okay, the Gen Y, they want everything like popcorn, boom, boom, boom. It's a microwave generation. Okay, I may not say infographic is a great way to reach out a millennial. Nothing is right or wrong, but a baby boomer will definitely warm into an infographic. The details, the content, and videos. Facebook is a great platform to share videos. I would highly recommend, and that's how you become a thought leader. Both Facebook posts always include a strong call to action. I read somewhere 88% of people, including realtors, including car salesmen at dealership, they forget to say, sir, would you like to go ahead with the purchase? Such a simple call to action. You wow them with information. I see a lot of mistakes in blog pages. I would recommend if you have a website, or if your firm has a website, every page should end with a call to action. A perfect example would be IKEA. If any of you has gone into an IKEA store, they don't have rooms, separate rooms. You don't exit a room and go into another room. One room smartly leads into the other. The kitchen smartly leads into the office cabinet, smartly leads into the sofa sets, smartly leads into the beds, right? Smartly leads into the children's area, smartly leads into the food court. Always have a call to action, a strong call to action that can have an internal link. It can lead to another page. Hey, this is about me. Good. Check out here to read about my services. You like my services? Click here to see what my clients are talking about me. Testimonials. You like this? Click here for a special offer, and that's called as or a click here to download a free paper. You see what I'm saying? Don't let them leave your page or website. It's been proven we leave a page or a website within 3 to 4 seconds if the page is not enticing enough. You got to hook them. You got to hook your client. So have a call to action. It could lead to your profile. Or even the LinkedIn articles. Your Facebook page should lead to a website or a lead magnet page. All right. Or a company page. If you're wondering how you can all do that, find a coach. I offer these very services to a lot of clients in finance industry. Okay, so this is how it's done. Maybe you're holding a webinar, one page to reach the other. It's called navigation. Navigation is extremely important. It's one of the three key features of a great website. Great, short, crisp content, navigation, and call to action are the keys to a strong website. Okay, add strong imagery, be it LinkedIn, Instagram, or Facebook. An image added to a post increases views by 11 times. Simple. I can talk about latest updates, but I can share an image. This is what CIBC has said today. This is what Bank of Canada has said. Something. Adding an image to a post increases views by 11 times. Let that sink in. And boost the post that's already doing well. I shared this on LinkedIn. You don't just share content, you promote content. Same thing with Facebook. You got to boost the content that, a lot of us are watching reruns of movies, right? Be it on Netflix or Amazon Video, whatever. People like to watch reruns. If you got a great post, you can rerun it. All right. Here's an example. Planning for a children's education. This would be a perfect infographic. I would not know if Instagram is a great platform. Facebook is definitely a great platform. LinkedIn is definitely a great platform. Share an infographic like this and let them engage. Hey, are you planning for a child's education? Here are some stats. Get back to me so I can arrange a customized plan for you. Simple. You did not have to sell anything about yourself, but you established yourself as an authority. Step number 4, we covered LinkedIn, we covered Instagram, we covered Facebook. Let's talk YouTube. YouTube best practices. Here's one more statistic for you. Demand for video content is increasing. No wonder smartphone screens have become bigger and bigger in size. If I look at my iPhone 5 to iPhone 12, the size has gone on to increase. And people love watching videos. People love watching videos on the go. 54% of consumers want to see video content from a brand or business they support. And that's a HubSpot research from 2018. We are no longer in 2018, which means the 54% may have gone up to 60, 70, 80, who knows? It makes sense to share videos or add videos. How do you do that? Well, once again, talk to a social media coach, someone like me who can help you. Set up your YouTube channel. It's easy. Once you set up your YouTube channel, create videos. Well, you don't need a huge setup. Your smartphone can do. You don't need to have video equipment. You can just sit in front of a camera, just like I'm sitting right now, and talk your heart out. Maybe you can show graphics. Maybe you can show books. You can do anything you want. Create and promote your videos. Same principle. Create, promote, repurpose, boost. Okay. Offer real value. Like I mentioned earlier, we don't want to see more of the cat and dog videos or irrelevant videos. Offer value in your videos. How about a short explainer video? This is how you must do your investment. A short video. I would call it the 1 minute challenge. LinkedIn has something called the 1 minute marketing challenge. Can you solve a problem in 1 minute? And so 1 minute. I would recommend when you do videos, use the star format. The star format simply is STAR. You want to be a star in your client's mind? Start with the situation. This is, you can tell a story. This is how we met a client in Whitby or wherever. You know, we met the client. This was a couple. This was a situation. S is for situation. T is for task, tactic. What is the action? What tactic did you recommend? Situation, tactic, action, result. STAR star. This was a situation. This was a tactic we recommended. This is the action we took, and this is the result we have. And that can be a star format, perfect for a video, easy to understand. A short explainer video, detailed tutorials. The same video about how to plan for a child's education, for instance. I could break this into 3 to 4 images. I could talk about planning for a children's education and show a graph, show a picture. All right. And I could even add this in between. So that can be a print, that can be a video. Testimonials of your clients, success stories. I met this financial advisor and he and she changed my life. Nothing like a real life story, guys. And recorded events like this one. You can share anything on YouTube. Optimize your videos for best SEO. Very important, remember, guys. It should be short on time, short title. You don't want a long title. Okay, have a title that entices 7 ways to do retirement right, 5 things to watch out for when making investment. Those kind of titles. Learn to do tags. Okay, like I mentioned, hashtag, same thing. Leadership, community, teamwork, personal touch, whatever. Thumbnails are very important. Okay, just like your LinkedIn profile picture, a YouTube thumbnail is very important. It can be a capture from your video, or it could be a thumbnail of your own face or whatever, right? Your own office. And a short description with keywords. And that's how we set up your YouTube channel. These are some most preferred videos people like to see. How-to videos, how to start saving for retirement, how to do investment. People love to see how-to videos. Or you can straightforward sell your services, sell videos, or the top 5, the top 10. Even now, you go into Walmart or Shoppers Drug Mart, what do you see in the trash mags? 5 ways to get your skin right, 8 ways to bake a cake, something with numbers. So the top 5, the top 10 list, or the sale videos, or the how-to videos. 87% of video marketers say that video increased traffic to their website. 87% of them have had a transformative experience with their video. Why wouldn't you? All right. And finally, we covered LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter. Twitter is neither pictures nor videos nor infographics nor long blog articles, though you can attach them. Twitter is about making your point in 280 characters or less. Here is a random example I picked up. I don't know Mark Sharp. I'm not recommending him. I'm not promoting him. Just an example I picked up to show a point. This is how a Twitter profile should look. You got a great image. It can be your family image. It can be you. Okay. Look at that hashtag. It's Mark Sharp. That he's got the hashtag very right. He's got his branding very right. And he's got a short description. Principal financial planner, providing straightforward, stress-free financial planning. Get your profile right. Once you get your profile right on one platform, you can just repurpose it on any platform. I'm sure he has the same profile picture and write up in every platform. Why not? Consistent branding. Okay. This is what you need to do on Twitter. Over 1 million tweets per day. Respond. Share information. Respond to every tweet. If someone acknowledging you, acknowledge him right back. Say thank you. Reward them. Offer something for free. Offer a free paper. Offer a free download. Demonstrate leadership. Demonstrate industry authority. Champion your stakeholders. Promote the whole industry. Promote everyone else. Have a tone of voice. Whatever platform, have a tone of voice. If you are the confident person, be confident everywhere. If you're the authority, be the authority everywhere. Okay. And definitely share. Listening is very important. Listen, listen, listen. Listen to your clients, customers. Anticipate their problem before the problems arise, if I may put it. Okay, here, as we come to the end, let's look at something I picked off the internet. This image exists on internet, guys. This is a fact. I did not design it, I put it together. You use Facebook if you want to connect with those who are 50 plus. You can run and retarget ads. Here is one thing you can do with all your social media. You can be location specific. Boston's finest financial advisor, the Seattle financial advisor you can trust. That should even be your meta description on Google keywords. Okay. Toronto's most referred financial advisor. The friendly Richmond Hill advisor you can trust. I could go on and on. Be location specific. On social media, it helps a lot. All right. The last thing I want is I like this advisor, but he is way off in Jersey City. But I like this guy, and he's right now next to me in Markham. You see what I'm saying? Learn to use keywords. The small things can make a big difference. Small act, big impact. So Twitter is to do more with people or your peers. It could be industry forum. All right. Use Instagram for under 45. I would say even under 30. The early risers. Okay. Women, something I learned when I worked with realtors. Women love Instagram more. Instagram and Pinterest. I didn't cover Pinterest because Instagram and Pinterest are similar platform. But women, if you're women clients, they love Instagram more. You might be mistaken if you thought it was YouTube or Facebook. No. Look at this. Network with women. Instagram, Pinterest are more women. Women seem to prefer that more. Again, YouTube, we spoke about it. People love videos. And LinkedIn is definitely the business professional. The high net worth professional, you cannot ignore LinkedIn for that. So that, my friend, are the 5 strategies you need to make your mark on social media. That was easy, wasn't it? There will be a coach who will guide you, who will hold your hands, and you can get it done. Branding. When you build your brand on social media, it's no longer about how good you are. A lot of people make this mistake. I go on website, I see this who we are, this what we do, blah 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 blah, and you might be boring this to your clients. All they want to know is what are your customers saying about you. Very important. Branding is not about who you are, what you say, what you do. In addition to all this, the icing on the cake is often what your customers are saying about you. Best thing about social media is you can capture reviews. You can have a Google review. That again is linked to your search engine optimization. You can add a review to your email signature. Have you thought about it? You can create an email campaign request. LinkedIn has ask for a recommendation, give a recommendation, and the right keywords. Let's say you are the trustworthy financial advisor. Your reviews will automatically have the word, I could rely on this person, highly dependable, highly trustworthy. The trust word keeps coming in. All right. And so it's very important that you understand what people are talking about you and you understand having Google reviews. You can even have a pop up. Here is one more tip. Among consumers, 71% will recommend a brand based on a positive social media experience. Let me repeat, among consumers, 71% will recommend a brand based on positive social media experience, not based on positive experience, based on social media experience. Are you generating positive social media experience? Are you generating positive LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, YouTube experiences? And that is where the world is going. The good old Steve Jobs. Start with the customer experience and work backward. I want my client to deliver a positive social media experience. Well, if I listen to Steve Jobs, if that is the outcome, how should I begin? I start with the end in mind. Stephen Covey said that in his famous book, 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, Highly Successful People. Start with the end in mind. So if I put Stephen Covey and Steve Jobs together, start with the end in mind, start with the customer experience. What should, if I want to have a positive social media experience, what should I do? That's where it's at. Okay. Anyone who's traveled in the UK, in London, you travel in the tube. For some reason, there's a huge gap. You always hear, whether you're embarking or disembarking, they say, mind the gap. The lady will say, here is Winchester Station, mind the gap. Okay. And so it's very important that you mind the gap. There is a gap, and the gap is widening every day. Every minute, every second, it's widening. Please mind the gap. Don't have a gap between client's expectations and your offering. In addition to everything you're doing, remember the old normal, add the new normal to it, because if you snooze, you lose. Mind the gap. If you snooze, you lose. And this is a disclaimer. This is something you want to watch out for on social media. Never be caught pitching. If you remember, I spoke about LinkedIn, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, Facebook. Never once did I say you need to pitch your services. The profile is pitching it for you guys. It stays like Mark Sharp, the guy. His profile is doing the pitching job. The last thing you want is to say, call me today, I can do this, etc., etc. These two images capture the story perfectly. The girl is pitching her services and she's getting no customer. The guy is offering a benefit. By offering a benefit, he's adding value. By adding value, he is perceived as an authority and he is getting more customers. No one likes people who are pitching their services, especially not on LinkedIn, especially not on, especially not on LinkedIn. You can still get away on Facebook. You can still get away on YouTube, definitely on a YouTube video. But don't be blatantly pitching. Offer value and then sell your service. All right. And so, if you're interested, I offer a brand makeover package, a very highly customized, a very affordable brand makeover package. Okay, this is also a great offering by Alan Hoffman and C Credits. This is a great digital initiative that they are offering to help all of us be competitive in the 21st century. And so, as much as I express my gratitude to C Credits and Alan, this would be a highly affordable, reduced pricing or any offer for clients of C Credits. So here we go. What would your brand makeover include? Definitely work with me and you get to develop your unique business brand profile or your personal profile. Very important. There is a personal side and there is a business side. I'll work with you, develop that. Okay, work with you on your LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter profiles. And maybe you have Instagram, maybe you have Pinterest or any platform that you can choose. We make sure it is search engine optimization done right. Okay, with right keywords and everything. Social media marketing means search engine optimization. Website update. If you have a website, if you have a web profile, a home page, at least 5 pages. About page, a mission, vision, and values, the YS page, your services page, and at least one blog. You need a strong online presence. Video scripts. Build your YouTube channel, write video script for you, and help you in the production of the video. Definitely all that. And finally, and the last but not the least, 52 social media ideas for the whole year, provided you can do one a week. All right. And so for one whole year, you can build your brand and get competitive. It doesn't matter where you are right now, it's where you are going. Okay. You can still script a fabulous ending. Beautiful quote by Steve Martin. I seem to be having a lot of Steve quotes. Stephen Covey, Steve Jobs, and now Steve Martin. Be so good they can't ignore you. Be so good they can't ignore you in the post-pandemic era, in the new normal. Be so good. They keep coming to you again and again and again and again. And that's my wish for you. And with that, I'm done. Alan, over to you, my friend. That's my contact details. Anyone wants to get in touch with me, that's my phone number. I'm based in the GTA, Greater Toronto Area, Canada. 416-937-1235. You can reach out to me. You can also contact me by email, Murali at aceworldfoundation.com. Aceworldfoundation.com is my website. And so there we go, my friend. 5 strategies to rise and thrive in the new normal. More power to you. Go out there and claim your kingdom. Get your clients. Thank you.
You know what, Murali? That's awesome. The branding is one of the hardest things for us to do because, first of all, we're not all branding experts, and we're not all marketing experts. So this is, but it's so important. And because you mentioned Starbucks and something like that, everybody knows. Just say the word Starbucks, and you know everything about what you need to know about that company. You know what products they have. You know what the service is going to be like when you walk in the door, and just by even saying the word, so many of us already, our mouths start salivating because we know what it's going to taste like. And that's the whole thing. And to see what you're doing here about bringing these brands to the financial advisor world, wow. Like you even mentioned that it's at every level, this is a devil to conquer. It's hard.
Yes,
You know,
sir.
it's hard when we're sitting here alone, but that's why you're here, is because you know this stuff. You make it easier for us. And what do? Let's see. We have Facebook for our personal stuff. Well, let's create Facebook for business, and we have a lot of friends with our personal stuff. I mean, once we have that in the business stuff, they know us personally, and now, oh, you know what? This is what Alan Hoffman does. This is what Murthy does. This is what for the advisors. This is what being a financial advisor is all about. Great ideas to just talk about some of the things, some of the products that we have, but not that, oh, we have to get you to start investing in your RESP for your kids' education, but here is information about an RESP. Put it out in the world. Oh, I need that. My kids are in their. My kid just turned 13 years old. Uh, oh God, it's only a few more years before their university. Maybe we should start saving. Oh, look, that's a reminder. YouTube, don't sell. Talk about your expertise. I mean, that is the ultimate way of doing it, and because we're all at a point now, right, where over the pandemic, one thing that I know, one thing I did is all of a sudden I became fans of certain YouTube channels for entertainment, for even financial planners, and even people who are experts in the financial industry. It's not, I'm never going to say it's easy, but man, is that effective. And the nice thing about YouTube is you get into one financial planning video, and then all of a sudden in your search, there are more that show up. And when you find someone, as you said, local, local, be the person in Richmond Hill, be the person in Toronto, be the person in Edmonton, be the person in Ottawa, be the person in Guelph, wherever you are. And now, wow, financial planning videos. Oh, well, that person's in Los Angeles, so I'm not going to deal with them. That person's in Vancouver, and I'm in Guelph, so I'm not going to deal with that person in Vancouver. Let's type in financial planner Guelph.
Beautiful. Very, very good, Alan. You nailed it. Since you mentioned Starbucks, Alan, the other thing is, one question we all need to ask ourselves. The only thing that separates us is, am I perceived as an authority? Do others refer
Yeah.
me? It's very difficult before social media to establish my authority status. Social media helps me do that very quickly. For all that you spoke about Starbucks, if we go on their social media page, since you brought it up, they've actually smartly used social media. You know what they did? They've acquired cult status. And so they tie up with Oprah Winfrey and they create the Oprah Chai. And this is super branding for both of them. Sometimes social media offers us that opportunity. Alan, I see the G8 summit and see all the presidents of the different countries stand together. They all are branding each other. The US president or the Canadian president or the German president, they brand each other.
Yes.
Social media allows us to build our expertise that way. It is too, it would be wrong to ignore. You want to establish your authority, like you said, Alan, the local authority, the local Brampton expert or the local Edmonton expert. Social media is a platform. While you would have found it difficult to establish your authority earlier, you just step out from the crowd. I always say this: go from among the crowd to above the crowd. Simple, right? And so
Yeah.
yeah, that's
And
right.
you even showed that graphic that said, how do you blow $10,000 a year?
Right.
Well, spend
Wow.
$27.40 a day.
That's it.
Well,
Yeah.
wow. I mean, these are all things that, as financial advisors, we all know the mistakes that clients
Right.
make. And we, as a financial planner, one of the things I've said in the past to clients was, if you just cut out one Starbucks coffee per day, you would save this much money, right? And because Starbucks was mentioned, and or switch from Starbucks to Tim Hortons, you still get your coffee, but this is how much you save, and compound that over the year for savings. And next thing you know, these are all things that they're not difficult for a financial advisor to type that into PowerPoint or something, or even Microsoft Word, and then save that image and put it on their YouTube channel, or well,
Right.
that's not a video, but put it on their LinkedIn, or as a LinkedIn poster, put it. But any of these things, it's just a
Right.
quick little thing that will garner attention. Oh man, you know what? You're right. It's unbelievable. I never thought of it that way. You know what? I got to talk to this person. But it's not just about that. Like life insurance, this much per month, $500,000, this much per month. Just some random quote.
And Alan, so the client is already making a perception about you. You are not an intrusive advisor. They're looking
Yes,
at you, they're opening their doors because they made the perception that you are an expert, you're a wise guy. And that's
yes.
so important, establishing your authority again.
Yeah, and as you said, all of these platforms come with a profile about you. So
Absolutely. Yeah, yeah.
they see this hint, and then it's like, oh, who's that? And they click on it, and oh, here's all kinds of information about that. Oh, look, there's the contact information. Or even have as your brand some kind of graphic around whatever you're posting, with is it an email address? Is it a phone number? Is it
Right.
as you said, the
Call to action.
title of the most trusted advisor in,
Right.
or the most referred advisor. I mean, it's not like anyone's going to be able to go and statistically prove the claim, but it is providing that information to you. And again, we're not talking about lying to anybody, but we are talking about putting out a message about you that's going to motivate people with that call to action to contact you, however subtle that call to action is. As you
Beautiful.
said,
Exactly.
Murali, it's easy when you have a post that goes out to 1,000 people or to 500 people. It's very easy to have that message grow and get shared, and then somebody reach out to you from that. It's a lot easier than you walking down through a shopping mall in the future, when we can do this, a shopping
Right.
mall, introducing yourself to everyone in the mall and shaking their hand and giving out a business card. It's so much easier to
Absolutely.
put these
Yeah.
hints
That's
out and motivate people.
very right. And yeah, Alan, you know what? If people are hesitant, there is always the pilot co-pilot analogy. You know what? There is someone holding your hand, doing it together. In this case, it would be me who can the pilot co-pilot would be a perfect example. And that's how we learn
Yes.
anything. There's someone to guide you, understand, just like you would customize a plan for your client, we would customize a plan based on your needs, your budget, how much you want to go, what your reach is, and so on. If you have a local, Ajax or Oshawa clientele versus a nationwide clientele, well, the approach is different, the platform would be different. So, someone who knows whom to target. Here's another thing, Alan, I don't know, when is the best time to post? There are different times where it gets beautiful traction. LinkedIn is always Tuesdays, Instagram is always Thursday, stuff like that. So that's about it. Yeah. So that is, we
Wow.
can't ignore. There's a
Absolutely. You know what, Morelli, at the beginning of your presentation, you said, don't be scared of change, be scared of staying the same. And I think that here we are, it's been more than a year now since the pandemic started, since we all basically went into our homes and stayed there for the last year. I cannot, I mean, the strength and the power of this presentation is, and especially with that quote, is for every single person watching this right now to imagine themselves if they did not make any changes over the past year and how they did their business.
Right.
I mean, that is a scary idea, but everybody's made some changes. It's because the business required that, because our clients required that. This is not anything that has to be that we have to be afraid of about doing this. It's a little bit of time and a little bit of thought and a lot of results, because the future is a lot more online now than it ever has been before.
Beautiful. That's right. Yeah.
Murali, thank you so much for your time today. Thank you so much for bringing this information to us. And for everyone who's watching, you need to contact Murali. His contact information is on the screen, because don't be scared of change. Be scared of staying the same.
Thank you, Alan. Thank you
Thank
so
you
much.
so much, Murali.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Bye.